Hey guys, just heading up to Whitby again. Reason why I left Whitby 2.5 years ago is because I was in that phase that I was back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was this lady I was staying with and she thought it was rude that I didn't go back and talk to my parents. So, and at the time I believed that my parents were narcissists and, you know, all this type of thing, right? But I've healed from that, but at the same time it's just that the rest of the world, not all the world, but you know, like a high majority of people, they seem to have an issue if you're pushing, you know, they just seem to have an issue for change. They seem to have an issue if you're pushing for your best life. You know, those who care about you seem to have an issue if you're not putting 100% in, which is a good thing. That's the type of care that we need in this world. Is this people are worried that you're not putting 100% effort in. You know, there's a lot of people out here in this world. It's just like, what made me think that they were narcissists was because, like, they used to say that I should just be happy all the time. You know, like, even when I'm failing and not succeeding, and because we also have natural talents, you see. Now, if you didn't know you had autism growing up or ADHD, you know, you don't know of the strengths. And this world is, like, the system is made for the majority, and you're not a part of the majority, neurologically speaking. I mean, I'm a part of the majority here in New Zealand, ethnic-wise. So, you know, but see, I used to have this mentality that opposites attract, and opposites like each other, but I think that was me portraying my stuff onto them, because there would be people, like all the people around me, none of them were like me, and when I bumped into someone who was similar to me, it was a very rare and special thing. But then even then there would be differences, because there's levels to things, and you know, there's different types of things. So I used to think that they were narcissists because of that thing, you know, I'm supposed to be happy even when things aren't going well. And the other one was, they would always be telling me to shut up and, I mean, nudging me in the leg and things like that, and bunting, like, you know, pushing me with the shoulder and stuff when visitors were there, and then it would be a confrontation after the visitors left because they're getting in my face because of how much of an embarrassment I was. But all that stuff was just autistic and ADHD regulating techniques. Now, neurotypicals, they have their own regulating techniques to regulate their emotions and calm their nervous system when they're stressed, but it's deemed to be normal, so it's accessible. I mean, it's acceptable, right? But autistic people and ADHD people's regulating processes are different, so it can freak people out because it's not what they're used to seeing, and then you apply the pressure for us to cut it out because you don't feel comfortable. There's more pressure means more anxiety, more pressure means more, you keep pushing the pressure to make us, please you. So that would cause a lot of confrontations, because obviously my anxiety would go higher and higher as they keep on, But then, so it was that, and then, you won't be doing better than me type of attitude, yeah? So, but then a lot of them, I'm not saying my employer, but I've dealt with a lot of employers in the past that treat you the same way. Or, just people in general. So it makes me wonder, is it just that I had autism and maybe they didn't? Well, there was people who don't have it and have an issue with autistic traits and tendencies and try and eliminate it out their kids, which is impossible. The kids just learn how to mask, and then they pucker out because they can't put on the show anymore to please everyone around them. They run out of energy, and then they end up reverting back to being their true selves. So it's that, and the whole narcissism thing is tricky. I think it's that mixture of people who just been abused all their lives, had a horrible life, and they weren't autistic and they weren't ADHD. I think it's a mixture of that as well as autistic people who aren't healed, or maybe they've been, because you're going out of your way, putting all your energy to please others because you just want to survive and get your needs met. Well, and then you don't get your needs met because your needs don't matter, because your needs are different to other people's. It'd be like, the needs are the same, but how you meet those needs is different, and the way that those needs are to be met are different. See, I've got about at least half of my needs met, and I don't have the lack of energy as a result of masking all the time. I try and switch up the body clock for the sun and that. I can't remember when it was, but I fell asleep during the day a couple of times, and that was it. I was back into the old routine. But it takes a bit of effort to switch it around, It takes a couple of days, but a couple of days we might only have like short sleeps because you try to switch it around. But yeah, I didn't do anything, but I had like rage episodes every here and there because I was putting other people's needs ahead of my own to survive, and I thought that what goes around comes around. You meet other people's needs, and then God or universe or whatever it's the type, will send people, or there won't be any people here that you'll just get your needs met, and it never happened that way. It never happened, and so then I put my needs first and foremost, and all of a sudden you're a self-centered person, right? You don't have a heart or any empathy, and it's just it's at 9 minutes 28 seconds. It just and I got accused of being a narcissist because every now and then I'd snap and they'd call it a temper tantrum, but it was a meltdown. And I got accused of being a narcissist when I put my needs first and foremost, and not by everyone, just certain people.